Last time on Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater. After thwarting the Spachiman wedding robbery and shooting Archaon the Ever-Chosen out of existence, two Nasoi attacked Froderick, and the wedding party came to his defense, and rescued Harlock's father from an assassination attempt for enjoying the wedding reception, and then retiring to Harlock and Morrigan's new yacht for a private after-party and gift-opening ceremony. Meanwhile, Archaon reformed as an animated skeleton petitioner back in the Boneyard, and reported to Pharasma's court, with hopes of warning his superiors of what he witnessed on his most recent deployment to the Prime Material Plane. And now, Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater continues.
Alright, roll me a diplomacy check to get past the Skyne and right to the head office.
10. Wait, no, 10 plus, so that's 11.
No dice.
It's like crazy bad.
Well, you can tell the Skyne if the Skyne thinks that it's bad enough, then I'm sure she'll let you upstairs.
So, I guess I'll just, you're fine. I guess it's fine to kind of tell you. So basically, the material plane is a mess. Roaming around it are borderline godlike mortals who are almost certainly going to end up in Pharasma's court when they die, as some of the most difficult souls to judge, which is, I know, vexes her as it is. Not to mention that the undead are crawling through forests, literally have slaughtered almost every single living being on the, right there, like on that island alone. I don't know how many other islands they've touched, but it's remarkable at this point from the stories that they've told me. The fabric of reality is starting to literally fall apart there, and if everyone on the material plane dies, we die.
It's true. Comes. Yeah, the grotesque
and I have
moon.
to open that fucking door for that fucking
Grotus, we do know that Grotus has grown closer and closer. The twisted skull moon that hangs above Pharasma's court does seem to grow closer day by day. She was worried this may be true, which is why she sent you to scout out Cersei. She's worried that she doesn't have enough Nasoi present on the material plane, that she doesn't have enough followers. Her church is too small and her power is weak on the material plane. There are only 12 Nosoi left on that island, so she's having a hard time keeping up with it as well, and will agree that, you're fighting a hard battle. If you go talk to the Skyne, maybe she can help you out, the clerk will say.
Did you not hear me that literally reality is falling to pieces?
Yeah, but I just work the desk here. I'm just a clerk. I'm glad to take the message.
Do I have to convince the Skyne to let me see Pharasma?
Well, if you want us to alter the budget or, allocate resources in any sort of way, or if you want another relocation program or anything, then you definitely have to go through higher channel than just me. I just work the front desk.
I know, you worked together before.
Yeah, I'm saying this is bureaucracy for you, this is where I'm at. I'm happy to help you out anyway. I'll pass along the note if you want.
I guess so in the Skyne. I didn't want to see her. Jesus.
Look, I know things are kind of weird between the two of you, but you both work for Pharasma, so maybe just put all that stuff behind you and get your job done,
It's been literally millennia. I think I'm just going to put it away now.
I know, man. I know.
Right now, for you. Oh, yeah, I'll just put it away.
Well, there's some things that are bigger than your relationship with the Skyne, That if our whole existence is in danger, then maybe put your feelings about her behind you and just do your job.
I don't need to hear that from Bro.
Look, man.
Right, well, I guess I'm sorry. That was a little aggro.
Remember all those beers we had together, never enjoying the alcohol at all because we had no tongues? Never being able to become drunk, but we still drank it anyway. We're drinking buddies. I thought we were tight, man.
You were always my straight man. I respect that. Well, Vlad, you got some points. No wonder you've been the clerk of Pharasma for
We've been around about the same amount of time. It's been like the dawn of time almost. I've been pushing paper for quite a while. Yeah, I don't remember a time when I wasn't pushing paper, to be honest.
You got really good at
these desk jobs are really, it's hard, but it's hard doing a desk job in the shape of a bird.
Well, you're one of the best.
Well, thanks, but it's hard to hold a pen with this claw. I do the best I can.
Well, you're killing it. Well, just summon the Skyne. I guess I'll go to her office.
All right, he pecks a bell on his desk with his beak, and Vlad summons the Skyne. The Skyne appears, standing before you.
Skyne.
She looks very cross at you. Ever-Chosen, back again. What do you need this time?
Hey, well, I have a report to make, and it's bad. Bad.
Oh, how bad? How bad is it?
Like the end of us bad.
You say that every time, and every time, everything's fine.
No. I meant 2 times ago was kind of badish. This one is reality is going to end, and, well, I guess all the living souls are going to pass through the Boneyard, thus ensuring that, thus allowing Brodus to come down, and then I have to complete my final obligations to open the gate for him.
I think you're just being dramatic. You're always so dramatic. This is why we're no longer together. You make a big deal about everything. Pharasma sent you to take care of one undead, and you couldn't do it. We have one zombie that's outlived his welcome on Earth. He's been around longer than any undead on record, and we sent you to take care of one zombie.
Let me tell you something?
Yeah.
He is literally surrounded by borderline godlike beings. They have literally a spark of divinity inside of them. Yeah.
So what? Okay, so yes, that could. I guess that could be a threat. But like, what are you asking me for? What do you need? What can I, the Sky, do for you? She's very busy, as you know. Things are kind of stressful right now, and if you need someone to pass a message along, I'm happy to do that for you. If you need something from Pharasma, I can probably arrange it. You know, I'm the voice of Pharasma. I speak for Pharasma, so if anything that she could say to you, I can say to you.
But are you the ears of Pharasma?
Look, I'm the voice of Pharasma. I just do my job.
Yeah, you voice her opinion, not your own.
Look, I know her opinion. Me and her are very close, okay?
Look.
We're like best friends, and so you should just step off. You're just jealous because we have a close relationship and because I've moved on, and now her and I are together, and you're off doing whatever jobs you're doing.
I don't care right now, because literally, this is almost the end of the universe, okay? So, like, not just me, you, every one of us is gonna die. Well, not die so much as we just get, well, it's unpleasant. Like, I and Pharasma, and, like...
Well, can you do anything about it or not? They call you the Ever-Chosen for a reason?
Yes, I can do anything about it, but I need to talk to Pharasma about it. There are several requests that only can be approved by her. That
make the request to me, and I'll pass them along to her.
Tell her physically, and make an argument to her physically.
Roll me a diplomacy or intimidation with the Steward of Skyn or whatever.
Fuck! 11 again.
Oh, she doesn't seem to be wanting to let you visit Pharasma. She was just insisting that she pass along whatever message you have.
She does not comprehend what just horror that awaits her when Grotus comes.
Why don't you mansplain it to her?
It's just so horrifying.
She knows about Grotus. She can see Grotus hanging in the air above her. Like,
yeah, but like very few beings know exactly what happens.
I mean, you were one of the three. So was she.
Yes, but she doesn't understand the gravity of that. It seems like.
When she understands the gravity, she just doesn't think that you're serious. She thinks you're over exaggerating because you've said this before, and every time you've been able to go to the prime material plane and as death take out whatever threat we've had. All the famous assassinations throughout history that we've needed, anytime we've never needed to take out someone that got too powerful or too close to being a god, you handled it. Are you saying you can't handle this mission? Are you not a good enough assassin for our god that you can't?
It's not that. It's not just one this time. Well, I just met 4 of them. Well, no, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 of them, and there seems to be a lot more.
And they all seem to be exhibiting power of the gods. Why would so many of them have gotten access to it? Usually people are very reluctant to share that kind of power. We've never seen the game at this level before. This many participants or this many people with this much power. So this could definitely be trouble. Well, I understand your worry, but just tell me your request and maybe we can make it happen.
First of all, I'm going to need a change of orders. With restrictions placed on me to observe Cersei and to destroy the undead, it undoubtedly resulted in my unmaking. Those orders conflicted.
So how was this conflicting? We need Cersei is obviously one of the most powerful of this group. The undead is obviously our largest problem.
They're just part of the problem.
So what is your suggestion? Instead of just taking out Cersei and the undead, we didn't even say take out Cersei. We don't think we should end her life prematurely. We just know that the undead is especially a problem.
The undead, though. It seems to be on a mass scale.
Who else is raising the undead?
So you got your drow. You're going crazy about that shit.
We have seen no evidence. No other Nisoli have reported any evidence of this.
Okay, how about this? Literally, I was in a church filled with zombies. I don't think a lot of, the majority of them were not summoned by Cersei. I was literally in a church of Urgathoa in a capital city, and it was filled to the brim.
We're familiar. We have records of Oestra. That's one of the cities. That's where Urgathoa was presumed to originate, where she was first, rose from the ground. So she has a very strong following there, and the undead have a very strong. They've always had a very strong presence there. We've always had a very hard time in that region.
The undead are also creating themselves. The ghouls, Goldberg, that's rampant out there.
As I've heard the mountain region has always had a problem. That's where they used to dump their dead
always
for years.
Always had a problem. There are almost no living creatures left there.
That's very frightening, but I mean, other than sending out more Nisoi, I don't know what I can do. We don't seem to have a whole lot of volunteers.
I wish for reinstatement of the Legion. Okay, so it's like an organization that had to occur at one point, millennia ago, in which a multi-faith effort was made to destroy threat to reality. And so I'm thinking
maybe it would be recruiting. Maybe it's figuring out people in Cersei's group you can recruit to your side since they have the power of gods.
Like pretty much a standard, kind of a free ability to, I don't even care if they're necessarily good. It's so much is that it's such a problem that with reality, it doesn't matter if you're good or evil anymore. What matters is staying alive.
So you're just asking for some allies. The Skyn is going to say that's still going to be pretty much up to you. She says you can try to find allies here on the Boneyard if you like. On the material plane, once you're there, that's up to you to make friends and allies and find people to help you fight the fight that you're trying to fight.
Can't you send me with some allies?
It says, well, we have record here that Tuna Soy have already joined your ranks, and they followed you here back to the Boneyard even, and it seems that they're still willing to follow you. They gave very good reports of you, very high reports. The two of them would still be willing to follow you back to the material plane if you're able to make it there.
More asking for permission for that.
Yeah, your permission to have allies.
Establishment of the history of which is also what I was looking for.
Well, we can say I do believe. Well, this game has happened many times, and I've already established the fact that you have been present in the deaths of many of the people playing the game. So the existence of a group that somehow has existed in the past would not be, especially of the alignment of the gods, because that's something that happens a lot.
Be like, hey, if this guy needs help
you have permission to talk to other people about the problem and see what their gods say about it.
Cool, because I remember asking for permission to kind of for some autonomy.
I mean, how much autonomy do you want?
You gotta trust me at this point. I don't want to die, so...
Oh, I understand. It's very much pain in the ass for me to see you again, too. I prefer if you don't come back here every few millennia. I prefer if you stay on the material plane where you like being, because you don't like spending time with me, and that's why you're down there. And if you just go ahead and admit that, that's fine. So, like, why don't you go back to the prime material plane where you belong, and do your murder thing that you love to do so much. You want to go eat some souls, go eat some souls.
Just murdering.
So go eat all the souls you need to eat.
But,
you don't like the way you don't like the way I prepare souls. I get it. My cooking is not great. I don't prepare souls the right way. You like them fresh, and we don't get them fresh here. We get them shipped in after they've come along the river of souls, and by the time they get here, they're not fresh anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of
you like them young.
I guess we can agree on that. But also, I'm gonna need Damocles to change with mine because
Damocles is just hates the undead, and I can change his mission, but he's always going to love killing the undead and want to do it.
Yeah, I love killing the undead too, and I'm game for it if it's like within the plans that work. If it works out, that's great. But I want his main priority mission to change to that my priority mission, which leads to asking Pharasma to reprioritize in pursuit of the crystal. Because I can't destroy the undead unless I have the spark of divinity. It's just clear.
The Sewer Sky will say she'll talk to Pharasma about it, and she, of course, vanishes and reappears moments later, and says, Pharasma's considered your request. You can gather allies for your cause, as long as Pharasma approves of them, as long as your god approves them and approves of why that she thinks they're joining the cause, you're fine. If you can find your way back to material plane, you can at least take these Tuna Soy with you. That's just fine with that. They're willing to follow you. Or these two, they're also petitioners now, so they're also just animate skeletons. Currently, as far as changing your mission, her number one priority still is the destruction of the undead. She sees them as the biggest threat, but if you feel you need the power of this crystal, the power of divinity on Earth, she knows, she's heard of these crystals, she's familiar with the game. These crystals work like antennas of godlike power, so if you were able to find one, she could channel more power to you directly and give you more of the power like she has over this realm. Basically, like the way that gods have powers over the planes they're in, these crystals, whenever their followers work as conduits on the prime material plane.
I would really like my wing back.
Yeah, well, she will promise you that one day, if you do a good job, your wings will return. You can be a humanoid with wings in the form that you truly love being in, obviously.
Can I have my usher form? That'd be great.
Well, we'll consider it if you're willing to enter in a three-way relationship with me and the Pharasma. How about that? The Skyn and Pharasma.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's very complicated. I know you didn't like it last time because it was a little too much for you, so if you're willing to reconsider that and come back to Purgatory permanently and just stay here.
Think about that over.
Yeah, exactly. So if you want to come back to Purgatory and remain here forever, then yeah, we'll consider your other form.
Fine, I get it.
All right.
But can I also ask at this point? As it stands, I am fairly limited. I'm going to be going back into the material plane fairly. I was going to request Pharasma for some supplies. Let's just say equipment. I
mean, Pharasma has, like I said, very little control of the material plane, so providing you resources there can be difficult. What is it that you seek?
Mainly armor. Oh, wait.
You can't just send you back to the material plane. You have to travel there on your own with your two followers. Because you have gone through this process, you retained some of the things you gained while alive, although not all of them. You have gained some bonuses that you got to keep, and because you have gone class down out of game, you're going to get them again. So you are kind of coming back stronger already. That's kind of the thing with dying, is when you come back, you get to regain things. So even though you lose a lot of things, you actually come back stronger. Especially if you leveled enough to get ability scores, those are stay there, and then you go back, you level up again and get them again. So you're actually like more able to max out your character. So really, you're already coming back more powerful.
I got you. I'm
the sword is still good. Your soul sword is still going to be out there, and when you have that, you're already very powerful. You already know how to play this game. Your deity is not too worried about you, and neither is the Skyn. You've done this lots of times. You've been part of the Legion. You've helped end the game. You've helped close the box before. You've helped in the game before. We think
All
you can
right,
handle
so I'm
yourself.
gonna-
Your god will provide what she can when she can, but it just depends on the situation where you're getting it from. You can always rob a grave, and she can help you point the right direction of a grave of something you might need. Or that might take battling. It might take battling a ghoul to get some armor, or battling. But if you need something, let her know what you need, and she's always there to help
That would
you.
be helpful.
Yeah, God, that's what the gods are for. If you can pray to your god and tell your god what you need, I can help you get it. But it's just, once you're on the material plane, I can provide the help that she can when she can. You're always looking out for you, Ever Chosen. You were always our first love.
Whoa, that's heavy, bro.
Yeah, this is a deep story.
Dude, now you got making feels. I want to leave now.
Yeah, you never were comfortable expressing your feelings to me and Pharasma, so
Hey, time, man, time.
we understand.
Alright, so I'm gonna go back to a plane.
How do you get there from
Do
here?
we have a choice where you put me?
I mean, how do you get there from here? It's kind of thing. She can't just put you there. You've got to trek there.
Well,
Do you
yeah, I kind of figured like after a bit, but I was like, is there a choice where it pops up or is it random?
We usually arrive at a graveyard somewhere. That's usually where you're going to pop up. Is a graveyard somewhere in the world. But that could be any graveyard.
Alright, well, I gotta say, let's go.
So you need to trek across out of the necropolis, across the wastelands. You'll see the River of Souls arcing around above you like a school of fish. You need to reach the Golden Wall and go through the pools. Submerge yourself in the water, polluted water like Styxian polluted water of like bones and deadness. So submerge yourself in that and pass through to the other side. Because you're an outsider, you do not experience the burning sensation of the burning fire. You just pass through because this is something you just have to do as your job. And that'll portal you down through the astral plane, down the spire basically. And then through the astral plane, you'll be able to follow some channels to get back to the material world through the ethereal. You'll go astral, ethereal, and then through the four elemental planes all at once and remerge as spirits. So you got some walking to do.
Yep, well, I better get started.
What's your charisma level?
Well, is one, so.
They'll both follow you. You can't have any more followers right now other than 2 and 2 level up. So even as far as reforming the Legion, until you level up, you can't have more followers. So
Gotcha.
you get it. All right. So you've got these two guys. What'd you name them?
I made them Tulu and Chekhov.
Oh, okay, good. I like it. Nerd jokes. All right. So Sulu and Chekhov are following you. You're all three just like walking skeletons. You're walking through the graveyards. You see the tortured spirits, the spirits left behind that have renounced their gods or signed no contracts with their gods that are still stuck here and like just pissed off and in the graveyard. But you can either handle them if you wanted to take care of them or just let them fucking, these are the spirits that you don't give a shit about. They let them rot. They have no case to plead. No one wants them. They don't want anyone.
Probably gonna be fed to Grotus.
Yeah, they're just here to be Grotus food in the end. But yeah, you leave you're past the countless courtyards, you pass all the monuments and graves. You're now just at like the pile of bones part of the land where you're just walking atop, skeletons and decayed matter. 65. Yeah, so it's not pleasant, of course, in the boneyard, especially this far out, away from the necropolis. There's no age, hunger, or thirst here, so you guys are able to travel pretty much. Just keep traveling. You don't need to sleep. You guys just keep walking across this endless.
It's just boring.
Yeah, it's just boring. There's just nothing happening. It's just bones. Nothing to see, nothing to do.
I imagine I don't really have any weapons except for just
It's your natural attack, yeah.
Smart, Gordon. Smart.
True.
Not like I can get.
You're walking on bones, bro.
You are approached by another psychopomp, but one of much higher level, one that dwells here in purgatory. An unnaturally pale woman in a somber garb, covered in a lengthy black veil, what is known as a carry. It's hanging out around a gravestone, an old gravestone, a very large, prominent gravestone in this area. Like, you haven't seen, for a long period of time, you guys have, like, left the graveyards, but now you're, like, very far out, and there's a very large gravestone with many names on it.
Alright, so, hey guys, how's it going?
There's only one of them.
Hey guy, how's it going?
That's a lady.
No, and I don't feel like that's really a gender in depth, so I'm just gonna be like, hey. I say guy to like females and dudes.
Yeah, I get you. What's up, dude? How's it going? I got it.
Yeah.
So she sees you, the three of you traveling through the wasteland, and
Hey, what's going on with the gravestone?
this is the gravestone of the Samsaran, the
Oh,
one.
shit.
The guys who come back to life, how could they be buried in the boneyard?
Well, sometimes, every now and then, they die.
Yeah, kind of part of their thing, but how do they normally come back, don't they?
Almost always, and this one did too.
Ow.
What a question to ask.
No, I mean, like, it seems like you're guarding it because it's about to come back as an undead.
Something like that. This Samsaran has had many reincarnations and had many ultimate deaths and still managed to find a way back to the material plane. This soul has fought very hard to stay alive.
Damn. Well,
Every time this soul has passed through the lake, it has been reborn instead of being judged.
so you're holding it here for, like, so it can be judged later, or what? What's up?
We hope that we can one day judge this soul, but it seems almost impossible. This soul always seems to find some way above judgment in the end, and a way back to the material plane.
So it's gonna come out, bum rush you, take you out, and then go to the material plane again?
This soul has gone through so many complicated journeys that it has two parts. This soul has been split asunder. This soul has given itself many incarnations, across many planes, across many dimensions. It exists here on Prime, it exists on Beta, it exists on Gamma and Delta. It exists throughout time. At some point in time, this Samsaran found the power and found a way to break the game, and is now wandering across time, influencing it, not even knowing she's doing it. Doesn't even remember orchestrating it. Doesn't remember setting all these things up in previous times, but has gamed the system and has been able to evade death. And I watch this gravestone waiting for her return.
Wow, that's heavy, bro. Good luck with that, I guess, because there's nothing really I can do here.
No, this is my job. I'm stuck here.
Well, I've been there, bro. It sucks.
Everyone's got a job to do. You keep traveling through the boneyard. You'll make it to the Golden Wall after a long travel. Let's say 1,000 days. After 1,000 days of travel, you reach the Golden Wall, about 300 feet high.
So, is there a door somewhere?
You don't see one. You can roll a perception check if you want to look, but passively with a 10, you don't see a door.
Okay, cast open.
On the wall. That doesn't work on the wall.
Yeah, I wanted to see if it works this time too. No.
And you can't really cast spells right now because you have a spell book, so you have no way to prepare your spells.
Damn it, I have to like climb it, I guess. There's nothing really else here.
Nothing but piles of bones.
I guess I'll climb it.
Alright, roll me a climb check to climb 300 feet, which is going to require a really high climb check that's a smooth gold wall.
Shit. Oh man, I don't really want to do it then.
Like, if you roll a natural 20 on climb, I'm not going to stop you from climbing the wall, but pretty much anything besides natural 20 is not going to be successful on a 300-foot gold wall.
Oh, well, yeah, I could create like a kind of climbing equipment-ish.
Make a bone ladder, something.
Yeah, I was going to use a bone. Yeah, I was going to use, show me a 300
Just tell me how you do it.
Ah, fuck. I don't really have like a heat adhesive.
You can just make a pile of bones then and just like climb up it. Just take a 20 on. Takes you 700 days, but you and your two allies are able to build up a pile of bones that lets you climb over the top.
Fuck.
Now you're on top of a 300-foot wall, looking down at where the pool, or a rancid pool of water is formed at one of the rivulets that branches off of one of the branches of the river Styx.
Check out Sulu. Do you think if we jumped, it'd be cool?
They shrugged. They said, "Well, we're already in the afterlife, so it's not like we can die again, right?"
That's true. Let's do it. Let's risk it.
Alright, roll me like an acrobatics or something to jump off the wall.
So I got 20.
You're fine.
Check out 9.
Alright, he's not so great.
Sulu got 17.
Sulu loses one bone, but Chekhov loses 10% of his bones. So he's a little more damaged as you guys plummet into this like murky water.
So we're gonna swim to the bottom, man.
Alright, you guys swim downward. Keep swimming downward until you reach what seems like a black hole at the bottom of this murky water.
Go through it, guys.
Alright. You plummet through it, you feel yourself falling through the air, and then you sploosh down into the astral sea.
Yeah, man, I gotta tunnel through it.
So you'd swim down more through the astral sea.
Well, yeah, I gotta go through the astral plane to get to,
you swim downward.
the inner sphere.
Yep, you swim downward. And pass through it somewhere near the border of dreams and the ethereal plane. You're now in the ethereal plane, which overlaps the material plane, so you're closer. So you're frightening a bunch of ghosts.
Everybody just leaves, man. They
Yeah.
just go away.
Yeah, you scare all the ghosts. So
Like demons and angels are like, yeah, fuck these guys.
you guys are too neutral for them.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get to the merging of the material. So like the elemental. Shit.
Yeah, but how do you get there from the? I mean, so far the travel's just been like, oh, you could travel downward, but now you're in the ethereal plane, which overlaps the material plane, so you're actually on like stuff around. You can sort of even see the world around you, which means I have to roll where you kind of are now too.
Yay!
So you see yourself in a pretty desolate place. Not a whole lot to see. A lot of open wilderness, tall grass, some mountains in the distance, sort of that everything's kind of grayish and fuzzy too because you're in the ethereal plane. It's not kind of hard to make out. But you're basically in a big open plain. But the ghosts here seem to be those of like trolls. Even those seem to be fleeing you, of course, because they're afraid of you.
He's on Troll Island.
You're on Troll Island, yeah. So you see like troll ghosts that are fleeing you. That are somehow bound to the earth. That still know enough to be afraid of skeletons. You know what I mean? Like, oh, 3 skeletons, and they all run away because they've never seen them. Like they've been ghosts for a while. Trolls and ogres. Not a lot of humanoid ghosts here where you are. But you seem to have come up in the middle of a... It's not even really as much a graveyard as it's like an open field where there was once a great battle. There's like a pile of... a mound where you could tell like a lot of people died and like the land grew up around them. So you guys kind of like burst out of the soil into the ethereal plane as walking skeletons.
might want to grab your bones, guys.
Yeah, they
Because
reach
you
back
got
down.
bone pick.
Yeah. Oh. They reach back down to the soil and pick out some troll bones and attach them to their body, and now they're kind of like weird-looking skeletons. But some of their bones are too large, but they replace whatever they lost with troll bones.
I gotta get you guys some new bones. But so I'll be like, hey, so we gotta punch through the ethereal plane. It's been a bit since I've done this. How do I become flesh again? How do I become flesh again?
Yeah, you're like right on the border. You're like looking at the world. You can like almost see the world. This is the worst part. You're like so close.
Alright, can I roll knowledge planes to remember? I got a 10. Probably not enough.
You don't remember. You always have trouble remembering. It seems like every time you come back to the prime material plane, you forget stuff. Every time you're reborn, it seems harder to remember things.
I respect that.
You can roll some knowledge planes for your two buddies, though.
This one's a 15.
All right, so one of them, let's say Chekhov, will say maybe we have to inhabit a body first.
Oh no, not again. I don't.
I know
be
it's
a
kind of
troll.
gross and weird feeling, but it seems like the easiest way back to the material plane from here, since there doesn't seem to be any kind of portals here we could use. I feel like we either have to find a weak spot in between the two planes to travel, or we've got to just control a body on that plane. And we are lucky enough to be psychopumps and able to do that.
I can't be a troll. No, I'm kidding. On top of it, it's mainly I don't want to have to control a troll body. It's weird.
Control a troll.
Control a troll. I'm gonna be controlling that troll.
Yeah, and conning that troll.
So I'm just gonna, be on my lookout for some weak spots.
Alright, so you guys want to travel around this island and just see if you have to fight any troll ghosts or find a weak spot?
Find that weak spot.
Alright, I'll roll a percentage chance, but I wouldn't count for much. You guys search for 8,000 days and find no weak spots. You do see lots of giant troll and ogre ghosts, but luckily for you, skeletons are always scary, and even the giants and trolls, even though you're just tiny skeletons, seem to flee from you. Just the fact that you're just walking skeletons seems to frighten them, because they're not very smart. So luckily for you, you don't end up having to battle these ghosts unless you really want to. If you wanted to chase after one and attack them, you could.
Instead of taking that 8,000 days, can I take a 20?
That was taking a 20 basically.
Ah shit! Taking a 20.
There are no weak spots on this island unless you want to try to cross the ethereal sea, which could be tricky, because then you have to ethereally swim. But on this island, you guys have not been able to locate any weak spots. You were able to locate a temple that seemed to have some sort of magic significance and a large. What looked like a clay troll statue inside, but no portals or anything out of the ethereal plane.
Yet.
You saw a shit ton of giants, shit ton of trolls. You saw a bunch of stuff, but nothing that could help you really unless you're willing to take over one of their bodies. You did locate a bar on one side of the island, a very small bar, but it was even run by a troll woman. And of course, no one there could see you guys.
There's no one here who can see me either, I guess.
Yeah. You can see them, but they can't see you. And you can only sort of see them. They're, like I said, very blurry.
I guess I'll just take over Troll Body, because I got nothing better to do.
Alright, so I just need you to do a will contest versus a troll, which I have a 2.
6.
Doesn't take much, apparently.
No.
So you were able to, luckily for you, this troll was very dumb. Maybe he was sleeping when you took over his body, but your skeleton body from the other plane, you lay down in his body and crawl inside, and then you stand up. And now you're in a troll body. You feel yourself back in existence, controlling a troll body. You still sense your two guys around you, although they have not taken bodies yet. But they're somewhere around you. You feel their presence.
Hey guys.
All right, so you guys are near a troll camp. That's why this troll was sleeping here. So there are other troll bodies around. Roll me some will contest for these guys. One's got to be to 5, and the other one's got to be to 5. So
16, 12.
both higher than 5. So you now have 3 troll bodies.
Yeah.
You wake up out. You're outside of the mountains on this strange island, controlling 3 troll bodies. You're all high-fiving each other, yeah, we're back, baby.
But no, okay, so I'm gonna go to that bar and see what's what.
Alright, you go to the Nar bar. They seem to be offering, a lot of stuff. They've got Padzar for sale, and Troll Oil, Twitch Tonic, with Moose Alex. Seems kind of like a general store / bar. Seems to have a very matronly troll bartender, who also seems to own the dock that's attached to the bar. Seems to be the only dock on the island. This seems to be the only civilized part of the island. The rest of the trolls seem to live in camps that seem to nomadically travel the island and hunt. It seems to be the one place you could come and go on the island if you really wanted to. Although they don't seem to get a lot of incoming travelers because they're an island full of trolls. Mostly just outgoing barges of trolls going places that have either been hired to do something or just going out to loot and maim and destroy on their own for fun. So here, there's the Nar bar and the Nar dock. That's kind of where you are now. The matron of the bar obviously has been The other people at the bar have been calling her Tarbinda. She seems to recognize you guys, of course. Calls you Stinky, Fatso, and Stretch.
Stretch and Fatso.
Yeah.
Alright, so I know I'm speaking their language, I imagine.
You still can only speak the languages you have as your thing. The other two guys can only speak Abyssal, Infernal, and Celestial. You actually can speak Common, but the bartender seems to speak both Common and Troll.
What is happening? Trying to do troll. I
Yeah.
can't lose my intellect.
Yeah. So roll me a bluff check.
So that's a 19.
Alright, I rolled lower than that, so she's gonna look at you like something kind of weird is going on, but just pass you a beer and like hold her hand out for a gold.
Search my pockets for how much gold do I have?
You have 10 gold in your pocket.
I'll give her 1 gold.
You give her 1 gold, you have an ale.
Yeah.
Yeah, you drink it.
Oh god.
And you know what? You have a tongue, and you sort of even kind of taste it. Not really, because it's not really your body, but you kind of think maybe it's like a placebo effect or whatever, psychosomatic. But like you sort of think you tasted beer there for a second.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Hey, so have you ever heard about any crystals around here? Like crystals? Do you want crystal? Do you want crystal?
I like shiny.
Try to say,
Crystal.
try mountains.
big
No
crystal.
crystal in bar. Maybe look in
Not
mountains
bar.
or ground.
Island. I look for a crystal on island.
Look, I work bar. Me work here. Me woman own bar. Me own dock. Me not care for crystal. Me not one of those
Anything
girls like
kill
jewelry.
for-
Me like
anything
fish.
kill
Me like meat.
for gold.
What is this?
I kill for gold.
Okay, well then go find job.
Where find job?
Just ask around. I don't know. Me just bartender. Me just have drinks. Me not have jobs for killing.
Bartender not have job.
Me has job as bartender, but me not has job for you to has job.
People talk to you.
Yes, many people talk to me. Usually they say, me want beer, me want sex, me want see your titties, me want beer. That's usually extent. Or me want boat, how much for dock fee.
How much to leave island?
Talk to troll captain of boat. Many barges leave all time. Most going to Linya. They've been hiring many troll guards lately.
I'm gonna look around for a job.
You ask around, some of the other trolls that are drinking there. We'll say there are barges leaving, mostly towards West Linya, to be hired as like city guards in a lot of their other territories besides the city of Cranagris, just to be sort of like martial law in some of their other provinces.
I don't care. It's gold. I'll go.
This mission pays 100 gold, and it's a free boat ride to West Linya. Do you want to recruit your 2 other guys too?
Yeah, man.
Alright, you guys have no need to eat or sleep or anything, so these trolls are basically just like awake all the time now. Like alert.
That's weirdly.
You still
weirdly
have all of your
awake, bro.
bonuses as a psychopomp, and they have all the same bonuses. So you have all the resistance to controlling troll bodies, and you're sailing towards West Linya. You arrive in Ferme, where you guys are being paid to police the mostly halfling population here of farmers and ensure that they grow their crops and deliver them to Cranagris and its allies in a timely fashion. You're just there to police this town, basically. You are now part of the martial law in Ferme.
All right.
Very small town, very small buildings. Like U.S. trolls have a hard time fitting inside of most of the buildings, but you're mostly being paid to watch over the farmland and protect the crops.
Am I equipped? Do they equip me?
You are equipped. You have a battle axe. You have no armor really. Guard this town. Be on guard for this town for 70 days.
So, you guys need any jobs doing? Can I get some odd jobs?
Besides your 18-hour a day, I guess you don't have to sleep, so you can, besides your 18-hour a day watching the field stuff, if you want to try and like get one of these guys to hire you.
Is there anything to look out for? I'm going to talk to the guy who's like my supervisor or whatever, and just be like, hey, so I guard. Anything I should watch out for?
Your captain doesn't seem to know very much. He just says, we're paid to be here. We be here.
Is there any what's the kind of the creatures around here? What kind of?
I mean, here in town, there don't seem to be much of anything that seem to have,
am I still with the captain? Can I ask him what kind of things I'd be fighting out here?
Yeah, it says around these fields, not much more than rabbits or snakes. Sometimes a fox here and there comes through village. Not much here in town. Outside of town, me here there is great swamp and tar pit many great beasts live in. I've heard rumors from halflings, but they are halflings. Maybe they are just very tiny and scared of many things.
I wager that they probably have some credible fears. So I'm gonna guard. I'm just gonna guard. I really don't have anything better to do.
All right, you guard plants for about 30. You guard plants for about 30 days, and then the weather starts getting really cold, and the crops, a lot of them aren't doing as well, and it seems to be this change of seasons, so they start planting different things. You're there another 20 days, you're at your 50-day mark, still not much has happened, but the captain comes up to you and says that you've got orders to arrest the town leaders.
Okay.
Alright, so the captain, and several of the other trolls about 8 of them. So there's 8 of you in total. Chekhov, Sulu probably are in your crew. All go and
Just
find
chilling group.
Baldonk and Nelmuth. You find these 2 old halfling guys, and you forcibly arrest them and put them in
What's your
crates.
alignment?
You put them in crates, and the crates are put aboard like horse and carts and shipped off somewhere. From what you understand, possibly Cranagris. But the 2 town leaders are taken in, and someone else assumes power. And then your job's done. They give you another 100 gold at the end of your time there. And some new trolls are now coming in from, another boat arrives full of trolls. They're like, you can stay on here and work, or you're free to live in West London now that you're here, or whatever, you're free to go, whatever you want to do at this point. You've got your 200 gold.
I'm gonna go with, hey, Sulu, are they equipped too?
They also have a battle axe, and like I said, just, nothing cloth clothes, nothing crazy yet. But they both have battle axes.
We're gonna go kill ourselves some shit. So I'm looking for like level appropriate.
I mean,
level appropriate.
I can't promise you anything. You're on West Linya. I can promise you can walk towards an encounter and then hope for the best.
Right.
Now that you have a physical form, you can once again use your Magus class abilities, although you are now once again a level 1 Magus.
I don't have my spellbook though.
Exactly, but you do have money and could purchase paper and pen, or that was what I was gonna say.
All right, I guess I'm gonna go buy myself a spellbook.
Yeah, you can buy like a journal here in town. It's gonna be a tiny journal because these are halflings, so it's gonna be very hard with your big troll hands to write in it. But you can buy a tiny spellbook here. You'll be able to fit it very easily in your pocket. It'll be like just like the size of a mint in your pocket, basically. You know what I mean? Like it's very tiny. But you can buy a little spellbook and a pen for 90 gold. They will sell you a spellbook and a bottle of ink that will last 30 uses, and a pen, a metal tipped pen.
You make cheaper. I troll.
All right, roll. Try intimidate.
15.
Yeah, because you're a troll, it's gonna be enough to scare this halfling. He'll lower the price. Let's say 50 gold.
Good price. You good halfling.
You leave the shop
Great.
with your new notebook and pen, and you write down the spells you remember from. I kind of remember being a magus. I kind of only remember the spells I would have as a level 1 magus, not all the other spells I learned afterwards.
Kind of so convenient.
Yeah, being dead is so confusing. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm.
But your other 2 trolls are going to be level 1 fighters, so they're level 1 fighter trolls.
I'm gonna ask guy, hey, do you need any trolls anywhere else?
We need trolls all over West Linya right now. Big crackdown in many cities.
Do you guys have anything on any other continents?
Says most jobs here. For a while we had jobs on Reyes, but that kind of died down. Too much zombie problem, no reason to take now. No one want live there.
I kind of want to go there now.
Good luck finding crew take you to Zombie Island.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of fair. Oh, because I don't know the environment at all. Is there anybody
You
around
can buy a
here that
map
knows-
at the store.
I want a map. I want map bad.
Alright, 10 gold, you can buy a map.
I buy me a map. Hey, do you guys need any like trolls that can like on a do you have like a battlefront or a battlefield or a front line?
These people seem to just be farmers and actually trying to stay out of battle, and they seem pretty peaceful until these trolls arrived and took over their town. Now they seem to live in fear. Most of them close and lock their doors at night. Most of them seem to be simple farmers that are now just being watched over by troll guards for no reason. They didn't seem to have done anything
Can I
wrong.
talk to the trolls? Because the captain seemed to know more about their business. So I'm like, hey, so do you guys? Are there any trolls that are sent to the front line, or where is the front line anyway?
It says, oh, war ended many, many years ago, many moons. Maybe that's why they gather forces. Maybe we just wait for next big battle. The battle has not happened yet. You will know you are in Ferme, which if you ask around town, they will point out as the northernmost city on the map.
Can I get a ship to like that desert-looking place?
You must be talking about Kelnar. Kelnar, only big desert place we know about.
Yeah.
Not many trolls go there. Trolls not like desert so much. Too hot. We like
I
humidity.
just remember hearing someone specifically say Kelnar once. Aristophicles said Kelnar to me once, and I didn't know where it was, but now I do know where it is.
So it sticks out in your mind.
Yeah, because I was asking about the crystals, so this was kind of really
That was important. So you didn't. That was the one thing that when you died, you didn't forget Kelnar. The word Kelnar sticks out in your mind. So you ask boat Kelnar.
Kelnar.
For 1,000 gold, you can get a boat to Kelnar.
Ah, fuck. Can I work on the boat?
You can try a diplomacy skill with some kind of skill check or something you can offer me as a skill to work on a boat. Otherwise, they're pretty reluctant to hire trolls. Trolls aren't known to be the best
I'm like
on-board
brute
help.
strength. I can carry like anything.
You say that and then roll diplomacy.
I carry anything. 15.
Not great. Maybe you can like show that to prove that that's true with like lifting something up that's really heavy.
Can I
Yeah,
lift
suck a
like
dick.
gonna lift a giant dong over. Okay. So, is there anything heavy nearby I can pick up?
There seem to be lots of like large hay bales. There seem to be some large crates of produce and herbs and such.
I move all these crates onto your boat by tomorrow morning, and you get me on as crew.
This is 1,000 gold. Me very firm.
But even if I'm good at like strong shit.
Says me pay you 400 gold for loading.
You know what? I can take that. But is there any other thing that could I could earn my money to earn passage?
You suck my dick. Me give you 1,000 gold.
Always do so.
Well, so Bobby said. I'm just taking Bobby's suggestion. I felt like it's a good idea.
You did it the same time I did.
Would it be okay if it was if it was Sulu? Is it cool if this guy does it in Sulu?
Diplomacy check.
Oh, he's under my orders. He has to do what I say.
Well, diplomacy check to ask this guy if it's okay with him. Yeah, he's okay with that. Now ask Sulu to do it.
Hey Sulu, so I know you're kind of gay. Is it cool?
That's canon now.
I just committed so many wrongs.
Yes, all at once.
Could you suck this gold? It's not you, by the way. You're just possessing a guy who's sucking that.
It's like, but we drank those beers and I kind of tasted them. I'm kind of worried I'm going to taste cock. So roll me a diplomacy or intimidation check to convince him to do it.
This is gonna really piss you off. Unnatural 20.
All right, you've convinced him to suck a dick. So Sulu will suck this captain's dick. He will agree to give one of you passage on his ship.
Only one?
Yeah, Sulu.
He said 1,000 gold. He didn't say passage.
And so far, with the moving of crates, which you already did, and this blowjob, he's letting one person on the ship.
1,400.
Well, yeah. Then if you get 600 more gold, the second person
You
can
ain't
get on.
sucking that much deep, bro.
Whatever. Fuck it.
yeah.
I'm in trouble, buddy. Hey, you want another beach?
All right. So roll me a
You
perception
better
check when you suck his dick.
You better bend over to get the rest of them on there. Get that troll
I
blood.
don't care at this point. It's not my body.
What was your perception check?
Well, technically,
Perception-
you're not being
Perception
You're
check?
gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it.
I had a 6.
All right. So luckily for you, you didn't taste it. You still felt it. It didn't taste like troll dick. So yeah, this
So
troll
you gotta
captain
get
has
one
agreed
more.
to take 2 of you now. 600
Alright,
more
so if I
gold
do
or
it
one more
time,
blowjob.
you'll take all 3 of us?
Yeah, and give you 400 gold.
Alright, cool. Let's do it. Fuck it. I
All
don't
right.
care.
Roll diplomacy or intimidation to get Chekhov to give a blowjob as well.
Oh, you know what? I'll take one for the team.
You'll just double blowjob. Roll another perception check this time to see if you taste it this time.
Yeah. It's 7.
So yeah, luckily for you, you still don't taste it. You remember it. You guys now have passage on this troll ship to Kelnar.
Plus 400 gold. Alright, cool. And Kelnar.
You might want to split that gold between the 3 of you. I don't know how the other 2 guys feel about it. I guess you guys don't really care about gold, so you can probably hold on to it and they
Yeah,
will trust you.
We're just, and it's also not just for, I mean, I'm kind of seeing it as a party kind of mode at this, party kind of thing at this point for us, is that, if he's equipped with better shit, then the likelihood of me surviving is
It's
more.
higher. Yeah, makes sense. You guys head towards Kelnar. You head past the saltwater samurais. The trolls kind of wave at them and nothing really happens, but then you reach a blockade of very large naval ships crossing into East Linya. They begin to fire on you. A roll for initiative.
Ah, fucking shit. And I thought I was getting free passes. Wait, no. I have like crazy high initiative for some reason or another. I have plus 6, so 18 plus 6 is 24.
Yeah, you're on a boat. You guys have you're right up against this blockade now. It's your boat's about to pass through. They're firing on you. They've done some damage to your sails and ship already. You guys are just about to pass through the middle. You've just now got to the point where if you wanted to attack these ships from here, you could. It would be like you leaping onto one of these ships, basically.
Are we firing back at them? Is the captain firing back?
This ship does not seem to have any sort of siege weapons on it. So other than the people shooting bows and arrows at these ships, which they are, some of the crew is shooting bows and arrows, or throwing axes, or throwing produce, or whatever they're carrying on their boat. They seem to be throwing at this other boat. It's mostly like a troll crew. So there's like a pretty bunch of rowdy trolls just throwing whatever they can grab. Some of them are even throwing things at the boat. One of them even throws the anchor, so the boat no longer has an anchor now. One of the ships,
That's great.
this classic dumb troll
Fucking
stuff.
trolls.
Yeah, classic dumb troll stuff. They just react. But you guys are right at the
so
point
I'm
where
not gonna do
you're
anything
passing
here.
through the blockade right now, just barely. The boat is squeezing through.
Alright, so I guess, there's nothing really I can do here either, so fuck it, just go.
Alright, the boat's pretty damaged, and after passing, the East India Navy, which does pursue you guys for a while, is able to stop you guys at Galbraith, and they search the boat. They take a lot of illegal contraband off the boat, and take a lot of your cargo. But then after that, they say the boat's free to go, although the boat has much less stuff on it now. They have you guys in Kitone, I believe. They have you guys at Kitone for a while, like just docked there, and they take all this cargo off, and then your boat is free to go. Sail on the eastern edge of Linya past Galbraith. Roll me a perception check.
Or so 12. So I didn't do that great.
You see water in every direction. Water everywhere.
Yep.
The ocean is all around you. You feel small in comparison to the great ocean.
Let's get some existential shit going on, right?
Yeah.
Write
Yeah,
some
but
poetry.
particle of dust in the atmosphere of the
You feel like
universe.
one of the stars. Yeah.
I'm gonna write some troll poetry.
All right.
Like
It's now canon that you write troll poetry. Now, give me a troll poem right now.
Poetry.
Go.
Come on, I know.
Me like spoon. Me dream of doom. Me think of tune. Me marry soon. There we go.
To get the food.
All right, you write that in your spell book, and one of the pages of your spell book now has that poem on it. So you know
Oh, come on.
you have 100 pages in your spell book. Now you have.
I was writing on the side of the ship. It was graffiti.
Okay, you graffiti the ship. I'll let that be canon. You wrote that on the ship. There's now graffiti on the ship as that. The boat finally arrives at Kelnar. Docks there. You're in a very large city named Telorix, which seems to have lots of guards and policemen, sheriff, guys with badges, lots of lawmen around.
Oh no, what kind of fool went to Telorix?
This kind. So yeah, you're in a very large desert city with a very tall wall. Like wooden
Okay.
buildings, stone buildings, spread
Alright,
out.
cool. So I guess I'm gonna, well gosh, I really, it sucks that I'm probably here then. But, cause yeah, it seems like everywhere I go, people are like, oh my god, don't go there! Well, you know what, screw that, I'm gonna enjoy this city. I'm gonna have a great time with Chekhov and Sulu. I'm gonna be like, hey, troll, a little uncomfortable here, but, I'm gonna hug you real quick, and I'm gonna leave. I don't want you to think anything about it.
He'll give you a hug and then he'll sail off in the distance to his next mission. He drops some trolls off here. Not you guys, but the other trolls on the ship seem to be hired gunmen, like sort of vigilantes hired for a town to keep law and order here as well. Like a mercenary group of trolls, basically.
Cool, and I'm part. And so I got my own kind of mercenary group a little bit. I guess.
Yeah, you got your own three guys. You guys were not part of that deal, but you were on the same boat, so you're here in town. Those three have went to meet their employer and have kind of are off at the bar doing their thing. You guys are just at the docks.
Am I saying like a Wild West attire kind of town?
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
A lot of gunslingers,
I can dig
a lot of people carrying guns, pistols on their side. Roll me a knowledge local, and I'll tell you what all's here.
it. Natty 1.
Yeah, you have a hard time reading the signs. It seems to be in a language close to common, but sort of different. The letters are drawn differently. It's a language called Kelnaran, which is a bastardized form of common, so it's similar but just different enough. And your common's not very good, so you're walking around here just having trouble reading all the signs. I mean, you can kind of guess that the most populated, busiest, loudest place is a bar. It's kind of easy to tell the bar from everything else, but you can't really tell
Is
what
there
everything
any
else is.
images of things kind of like around? Like, you know, there's a lot of stores out there with their images of shit that they sell.
Yeah, some of these do have some images on them. They seem to be burnt into wood, and a lot of them are hard to make out. There's one with like a square on it with some sort of Kelnaran word. There's one that looks like some sort of triangle on it, but the word is hard to make out. There's one with sort of like a sideways L on it, and that's hard to make out.
Be like, hey, let's go to the bar, Sulu, and check out. Let's see what we can find. We need to find that crystal. We also need a gold. We need gold and shit. We have priorities here to A, get gold, and for these, I don't know why these mortals like this shit, but we gotta get it for supply so we can go back out to the desert or wherever the hell it is. I imagine it's not anywhere. I imagine it's not anywhere particularly safe. We're gonna have to find it out and find it out in the Great Blue Yonder, out in this continent. So we're gonna need supplies and better weapons and armor and shit. So it's better to work for get some jobs. And since we can't read anything, we know that place is probably the bar. Let's go there and talk some shit out with the locals.
Every now and then there's a bar brawl, people playing cards. There is like a wanted board for like wanted criminals and such like that. Here, apparently in this town, you have to have a bounty hunter license to hunt bounties, or you can get in trouble. Or you're also a criminal for hunting bounties without a license. So,
I want to buy a cowboy hat too.
all right, you can buy a cowboy hat for 2 gold.
Yeah, I got a cowboy hat.
For 3 gold, it'll be one that'll fit a troll. But for 2 gold, you can have one that'll be kind of tiny and look funny on your head.
Yeah, fine. I'll get just I want a cowboy hat.
Do you want a tiny, funny cowboy hat or one that fits your
No,
troll?
I got a troll.
Okay, I just wanted to be able to imagine what you look like if you're wearing a funny hat or not.
And I'm gonna walk up to bartender and be like, "Hi there, I'm interested in the bounty board over there. Where do I get a license to hunt for bounties?"
Alright, he points you in the direction of the local bureau where you can sign up for a bounty hunter's license.
I wish to sign up for a bounty hunter's license.
You have actually one of the locals even lead you there, and you guys will sign up. Basically, they make you...
want bounty hunter's license.
Yeah. Basically, they make you fill out a form and like give a thumbprint, and they put you under a truth spell. Basically, ask you a couple of questions, but you've only been on this material plane for a very short time, so there's nothing for you to really lie about in that kind of setting. So you're very easily able to get bounty hunter's licenses. So yeah, it costs you 100 gold each for a license. But yeah, you've got your bounty hunter's license, and there are many bounties on the board. The highest bounty is for a shadow fox, but there are many other bounties on the board. Yeah, there's some bounties for some small gangs out in the desert, like the small-time criminals that disrupt coaches and stuff.
I'm down for hunting down small gangs.
There's a gang called the Fat Boys, and they're offering 400 gold alive for them, or 200 gold dead.
Are they? Is it spelled with a PH?
Yeah,
Oh, I want the.
and with the Z after Y, B-O-Y-Z.
I take it off the bounty board and go. I'm gonna.
We're gonna
kill
get
them.
yeah.
No, I'm gonna take these guys alive.
Yeah. And there are three. There's
Alright,
there's four like really skinny dudes in the poster that call themselves the Fat Boys. And they're apparently a stagecoach robbing gang. They usually look for what look like wealthy stagecoaches in the desert and rob them on their way from city to city or town to town. So a lot of the desert towns are less protected, and the desert's not protected at all. So
Can I get some gold for this too? Is that I could hire on as a stage guard and kind of just wait for them to attack me.
yeah, do you want to try and look for a job guarding a stagecoach?
Yeah. Also, but before I do that, I'd like to go to the arms store, like swords and shit, and see if I can't get a bastard sword for myself and trade it in for my battle axe.
Yeah, I mean they seem to mostly sell guns and stuff here in town, but some of the cheaper stores do have like regular weapons in them. They seem to be like antique stores. You might be able to find like an antique bastard sword.
Can I trade in my battle axe for it?
You can. They've got a +1. They've got a masterwork battle sword, so that's a +1. They've got a masterwork battle sword made a long time ago in Telorix before guns were invented. So it's an antique masterwork battle sword, sort of rusted, but still seems good enough for you to swing around. But that's 3,035 gold.
You know I don't have 3,000.
I know you don't. They've got a regular bastard sword, seems to be like mass-produced, kind of cheaper bastard sword for just 70 gold.
I'll take that.
Alright, so as you do this, a group of trolls barges in, some of the ones from your ship. And it seems whatever mission they were hired on was one that was not as a bounty hunting for the law, but as one to cause trouble here in town. And so as you're purchasing your bastard sword, well, only one other troll comes in, but he starts smashing the store up. And now the shopkeeper's yelling, "Cut it out, cut it out!" You can tell there are guards on the way. He's sounded some sort of alarm in his store here. I give you 4 rounds before the guards burst in the door.
All right, I'm gonna attack those. I'm gonna attack that other troll.
Roll for
Be like,
initiative.
Hey, yo, not cool, man. So yeah, like 20 unnatural.
Yeah, you're gonna go first.
I'm gonna attack this troll with spell combat. 17.
That's a hit.
All right, so it's 18 for this spell. All right, it's a 13 attack damage, and I'm about to roll for the spell damage. 6. And then I'll roll for my. You want to roll for those guys? Because I don't have their stats down yet. I trust you, Brian.
That's a miss. And I miss. I rolled too low to hit. He swings back at one of them. That's going to be a 21 versus their AC, which is a hit. It's going to do 11 damage to one of your buddies.
I'm gonna attack him again. I guess spellcom. Wait, no, I can't. Well, I can use. Nope, that doesn't work either. Fuck. Wait, no, I get bonus spells per day because I have such a high intelligence, which is 3. Holy crap! So I'm gonna do spell combat. 2 plus 3 is 5. That's gonna be a natural 20.
Hit.
With the shock, it's gonna be a 15. 6 with the blade. 3 with the shock.
Alright, he's gonna swing on one of your trolls. It's gonna be 24, which is a hit. It does 6 damage though. We only have 2 more rounds till the guards show up, so.
Ah, fuck, I gotta beat this guy and explain
That's
shit.
gonna be 21 versus that guy's AC, so that's gonna be a hit, and then a 10, which
Wait,
is a miss.
didn't you already swing?
I'm talking about your other 2 guys.
Oh, yeah.
So your other 2 guys, one of them hits, the other one's a miss. Oh, good hit, man. It's gonna be 13 damage.
Woo!
So doing some massive damage on this guy. And then it's back to the top, back to you.
15.
Miss.
Oh, no! Alright, and for the spell combat, that one's a 60.
That's a hit.
Per touch.
So the weapon misses, but the spell hits him.
4.
And that's electric damage. Alright. He swings at one of your guys. This will only be a 16 versus AC, which is a match, so he's going to do a reflex save. Reflex is 15, so he will take half damage. 13, though, so it's going to be 6.
Dead.
He's not dead, but I didn't expect it that much. It's still fine. He's got plenty of health left.
And plus, it's not him, really.
It's a body.
Yeah, alright, so I'm gonna kick this guy's ass. I'm gonna kick this guy's ass. 16.
It's just barely hitting a reflex save, which I succeed. I rolled a 21, so I'll take half.
Alright, 15, 18 versus his touch.
That's a hit.
Alright, so 9 minus, and half, about half that, I guess.
I'll say 5.
Yeah, and 8 on my shocking grasp.
Alright. He's gonna swing at your guy again. That's a miss. And then your two guys go.
Please.
It's a miss and a 16, which is just barely a reflex save, which is too low, so I'll take full damage on this. So at this point, this guy's pretty beat up, and the authorities are about to walk in the door. This is the last round, I believe.
Oh, thank you, Edge of Glass Table. That's a 19.
That's a hit. You're out of spell strike, so that's a hit of just your natural weapon. So do your damage.
That is a 10.
You kill this troll in this door.
Be like shopkeeper.
He's bleeding on the floor now, dying slowly. He'll be dead in a round or two.
Well, I don't want to leave him alive for the authorities. Oh wait, I'm gonna stabilize him.
Oh, you stabilize him so he stops bleeding. So now he's just unconscious.
Alright, cool. And be like shopkeeper. I took care of asshole troll. See, I feel like that's
Oh yeah. So the shopkeeper will vouch for you that you did stop the troll who was causing a ruckus in the store.
I feel like since it was him versus us, I have rights here. I have rights here.
What do you mean? What kind of rights?
Also a troll would be like, I want my enemy's shit, but like also...
So you want to loot the body. You've killed the guy. You want what he has.
You mind if I take shit?
He's actually carrying 1,000 gold.
Holy fuck.
No fucking way.
And he was carrying a battle axe.
Alright, so I'm gonna take, we don't really need that bat. You know what, if you want, hey, does Sulu, check if anyone here want an extra battle axe?
I mean, they'll take one, I guess, and, tuck it away in case they need one later.
I imagine I take a shit and the authorities show up.
Yeah, well, the shopkeeper vouches for you, so you're okay. They check who out you are, they check your license, you have a bounty hunter's license. You paid money for, so they know your name and stuff. So it's gone on good report that you're a citizen in good standing. Maybe you should look into becoming a sheriff here, or a marshal or something, for the city or for one of the other outlying towns.
Ooh, could I have a marshal badge like they do in the United, like U.S. Marshal kind of badge, like?
If you become a marshal for Telorix or for Kelnar.
Can I still collect bounties, basically?
All right. The Sand Marshals are deputies sent to rid the smaller settlements of crime, to restore law. To join, you have to take at least one class level in Gunslinger.
Oh, fuck that.
Because they do require you to carry a gun because it's a gunslinging island. So you have to have at least one level of Gunslinger to be accepted. But after you pull off your first bounty for the Sand Marshals, you're rewarded with a bulletproof vest. That's part of the benefits package. But they first usually train you in guarding Telorix, and they usually send you out to a smaller settlement once they think you've got your gunslinging shit together. If you go to another outlying town and do good deeds in that town, you can maybe ask to become the sheriff of that town instead of just a marshal, protecting the law there. A sheriff for a long period of time in a town, they sometimes have, rewards. The town will reward you. They'll pay you anyway. It's a job, so you're going to get paid for doing it, but there's also rewards from the towns. In what seems to you to be a very lawful town. There seem to be a lot of laws posted, a lot of rules posted everywhere you go. When you first got here, there were like handbooks of laws available at the docks, things like that. So they seem to have a lot of taxes in place, everything.
Laws for dummies.
Yeah.
I go hunt down fat boys. Let's go.
All right, so you and your two guys will leave the city of Telorix. Roll me a perception check when you leave the city of Telorix.
God,
through the eastern gate.
Away. 18.
Oh, okay. 18 is good enough that whenever you guys are leaving the city of Telorix through the eastern gate on foot, that you see a sign. There's a 200 gold fee to re-enter Telorix. Just like warning all citizens leaving the city. To re-enter the city will cost you 200 gold.
Whatever.
Yeah. So you guys are heading
How's it
out.
doing business?
Yeah, you guys are heading out on foot. You leave the very tall walled city of Telorix and head out into the desert. Actually, very clear weather. You head out to the desert and it's just very like bright and sunny. I believe you there heading out to the desert because I want to see what Joanne does when she wakes up on this boat after the after party from the wedding. And everyone's opened all the presents.
Oh.
Can we
So does that mean that I have to
got
tell?
super fucked up?
I'll
passed
never
out?
get super fucked up.
You did at the wedding though. Everyone did.
That's not part of.
Kit did. Everyone that wasn't here got drunk and passed out. That's what happened. Even Ramses, which is very rare for Ramses, got drunk and passed out. It was a big celebration.
Well, I have to read off my
Henry's
list of the
forget.
stuff that I got for that I'm.
Dawn got
present,
super
right?
fucked up.
Yeah.
We'll assume.
Oh, Joanne will wake up and see that you opened all your presents and be like, "Oh wait, you didn't open my present yet." And she will get a present out of her bag.
Because I've got it. I like sewed together this like really killer leaf bag with like this like flower that's the name tag. I made this like super naturey, so it probably didn't look like.
Did she make something in real
Sewed
life?
shit into it.
I'm loving it. Really? She did?
So it's kind of like a
Roll me what skill check do you have to sew? Do you have a sewing skill? So
that's
survival skill maybe for sewing, or if you want to roll.
Yeah.
What are your? I don't remember your profession in your.
My profession
Craft
is
art.
lot picking and herbalist.
What's your craft or herbalist? So yeah, neither one of those help you. So survival for sewing.
Yeah. Okay.
To see how nice this present looks, or if you just did a crap job. So
I don't want to do a craft.
Craft is intelligence based. You can try to just
Wait,
roll
Liz.
craft. Yeah, just roll intelligence.
yeah, you can just do that too, or whatever a craft if you want more
11
intelligence.
and 8.
Oh yeah, that's good enough to sew pretty well. So Joanne sews well enough that this looks decent. I feel like this is Joanne going to like the dollar store, like I've got something in my bag. Like hold on, like here's a thing. I made this leaf for you. This is a leaf that I specifically picked up just for you.
No,
No one
Here's-
had a coupon. I swear I
Joanne's
did.
totally
Here's a stick.
like a hippie whatever person. This is like shit she does. So I was gonna do like this bag that was like 2 of stuff because there's 2 of them. So it was 2
Ooh, stuff. Got
belladonna, which is ingestible poison. 2 retrovir, that's cure any disease. 2 of the dragon teeth that I have, which actually, if you eat them, it turns you into a dragon.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty.
And they're worth a shit ton of money.
Yeah, I have a lot of them actually.
Alright, so what else is in the bag, Liz?
All right, so there are 2. Oh my gosh, star candle fireworks.
Ooh, fireworks.
Because I didn't have 2 of the other one, but I do have 2 of this one. And
I'm sure Morgan will love that.
oh right. Hang on, Kit has that's right, and Kit stuff too.
Kid's gonna have a present.
Well, we put stuff together.
You have 8 days till his bag falls apart, but until then you can source up this bag.
The
You
bag
might want
is
to take it
only-
out. Yeah, this is just a gift bag. Just
Yeah,
know
it's
that.
just a gift bag.
It's
not
a
like-
biodegradable gift bag. That's kind of the point. Juwan made you a recycle. It's like, yeah.
From fucking Liz.
From a Gozrin.
Yeah, from a Gozrin.
Just like, just make sure you just leave this bag on the ground after you take all the stuff out of it, because it'll just decay and turn into stuff that'll
Yeah.
feed more plants.
And then Kit has got ostrich jerky, true sight drops, but are they only in a thing? Like I would need to give him the whole thing, right?
It's in a bottle, yeah.
Okay, so a little bottle of true sight drops, and it's 10 uses,
So they're-
which acts the same as the true sight goggles. All right, and the last thing was 2 micro algae, which is a +1 to strength, and then no hunger for 24 hours. But
Not even.
Alright, I would think we had a big party. We would rest definitely at least a day.
Yeah, you guys can sleep on the boat after you guys are gonna pass out after all this excitement anyway. You're probably gonna make out again in that casket, but that's your
Yeah.
business.
Bro,
making out in a casket.
I mean, who doesn't like a nice casket?
Sex casket. Yeah.
Sex casket.
Casket. Sex kit. We're gonna go on a honeymoon real quick, and I would like to take everyone with me.
Real quick.
You have a boat, so you can pretty much sail wherever you want for your honeymoon from Oestra.
Yeah, I've got a plan, but I think there's some stuff that I got as a gift that like maybe my party members might like.
Well, you're supposed to give your wedding party gifts. That's traditional.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bridesmaids gifts.
Real quick, I want to say, like, I know that Diva and Ramses are passed out. Caesar grabbed them and put them on the boat.
Yeah, we think we already discussed that they're on the boat with you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
they
brought
probably
we
should
used the zombies
Yeah,
to
I don't
carry.
want Ramses to be alone.
No, he's not. He's with you guys on the boat.
Yeah,
Whenever
we
he
would
wakes
be
up.
worried about
Alright, I'm gonna flip through shit as I wrote it down and award it to who I think used it the most. Cersei, I think, definitely use this ball of scrying. 9 bottles of Scorch. I knew who that's going to. My boy.
And you know what Scorch does, right?
No.
After you drink it for
You
1 hour, you
can fireball.
Yeah, it does have a negative aspect to it. I have to look it up. I think it does do some like con damage or something for an hour. But during that hour, you can also breathe fire 1 time if you light a flame in front of your mouth and breathe out.
Yeah, but we trick people into drinking it. Juan, would you like this robe of useful items?
Alright, what else you got for us, Patrick?
I'm gonna give the scroll of polypurpose panacea to Will.
Cersei?
Cersei, he's gonna be able to use that most. The potion of youthful experience.
Appearance.
That's probably going to Will as well.
I can alter self. I have that as a
Okay, I'll keep it. I'm gonna give Liz
Juan.
the Fabricus staff. It's metal.
Animate, intelligent staff. Staff that serves Gozra. And the purpose of Gozra, it wants to protect trees and animals and people that worship Gozra. So it's a living staff. But it communicates with you telepathically.
Bobby.
Fun. I had one last slot for.
Alec is gonna get the scroll of the Phantom.
Driver?
That doesn't say drinker.
Driver. It's like an unseen servant that can only do one thing, which is drive.
I got like 8 daggers.
Yeah, you got a lot of daggers, dude.
You're gonna get 2.
I use the quarterstaff, right?
It doesn't matter. You're gonna get the dagger of glamour. What? What was it called?
The glamour dagger. It's one that can change. It has an illusion of looking like something else. So the dagger that can have the illusion of looking something that's similar in the same size as it.
Yeah, there was another dagger.
The Cobra one.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that one to you.
Yeah, I'll take the Cobra.
I'm gonna give Cersei.
Oh, you take the Cobra one, it's got to try to bite you. You have to let it bite you and then hold it for an hour before it becomes attuned to you and doesn't try to bite you again.
But I'll cast neutralize poison. Like, I'll be like, this is not gonna feel good. Alright, I'm also gonna give Bobby the cruel red dagger.
The cool red dagger?
The mirror I want to put up in like the bedroom in our house on Oestra.
Alright, so you leave the mirror in your bedroom of your house. It's like a little hidden closet.
Yeah, I want to be able to jump in there real quick. The keg of beer is definitely going to stay on the boat.
You're going to take that with you for the trip. So we don't run out of ale on the way somewhere.
Something else. There's one more thing I wanted to give to Cersei. At least one thing. The jar of anointment.
Okay, of anointing oil.
Yeah, I got it. Alright, so that should be it.
Arlok and Morgan want to go on a honeymoon. Have you guys planned a honeymoon where you're going to go?
Yes, I think we are. We planned this out. Yeah, there's one place on West Linia that Morgan's never been. Basically just northwesty of Oestra. That town in the middle of the swamp that we've never been to.
Yeah. Roll me a knowledge, geography or history or local or something that would give you some information about that nearby town.
Delboop?
Are we gonna
who said that?
Juwan knows. It's
Juwan
Delboop.
Juwan knows about Delboop. What do you know about Delboop, Juwan?
Nothing. I know what it's called, though.
Juwan knows it's called
And
Delboop.
the swamp is called Devil's Cauldron.
I got a 19 on whatever knowledge.
I got an 18 on
I got a
history.
natural
What are we
1.
rolling? I got a 15
I knew
on
the
geography.
name, but that's it. That's all I got.
Who knew geography was...
Yeah.
That doesn't come up on.
I know if we go because there's something there.
I know there's a town in between Jeremy and us.
And Cersei's had experience near there. I ran into some swamp things.
Yeah. So you would know from that it's a very dangerous swamp.
We're gonna take the boat though and try and sail straight there instead of drudging through some stupid swamp.
So are these things radiating off of it docks?
Yeah.
So it's got 4 different docks?
Yeah.
Okay.
More of space for the boat.
We'll take the best stuff.
Yeah, we'll take the boat, right? Yeah.
Alright, so I need you guys to roll a sail check for Morgan or something. Natural percentage chance if anything happens. If Morgan's gonna be your captain.
Yeah.
Which that makes no sense.
19. 8 Krakens!
No! No.
Kraken whose arms are made out of more Krakens.
Hydra Kraken.
Kraken learned how to use firearms.
Overpowered Kraken ideas.
So yeah, as you guys are sailing towards this swamp, you see a hut in the water that seems to have chicken-like legs,
Yes!
and it's
Oh my
actually
god, it's
walking.
Baba Yaga.
Yeah, it's walking towards your ship.
What in the fuck is that?
Like the most powerful and awesome witch hut in the world.
I know what it is.
Can I roll Arcana on the hut just so that you can tell people more about the hut of Baba Yaga?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, 19.
Everyone will look out the window where Cersei's excitedly pointing at this hut, walking towards their ship, which, like I said, appears like what Cersei's hut would appear like, except it has legs underneath it. It's in the swampy part of the. You guys are kind of near the shore, so it's like in the part of the swamp edge. It's kind of at the swamp's edge where you guys are just kind of sailing towards Del Boop. It's about 15 foot tall, 50 foot square, has timber walls almost with dried herbs and etched with eerie symbols, with a wooden porch with those, like I said, long, gigantic chicken-like legs that seem to even have talons. When they come out of the water, you see talons on the legs, almost dancing, like the way it moves, it sways.
You got a way to communicate with that thing there, Cersei?
Yeah.
Because Morgan's gonna give it a wide fucking berth.
Morgan pulls out a weapon and fires a
Right,
shot.
yeah, see, that's the one
I
I'm
was
seeing at
definitely
this point.
expecting
That's
her to
playing
shoot.
a character.
I would tell people that this hut that is approaching, this is the hut of Baba Yaga. She's the queen of witches.
Yeah, this hut is like extra dimensional. It can travel through planes. It has all kinds of crazy powers. This is a legendary hut.
And find out more about fabulous fictional real estate next time on Long Distance Dungeons and Dragons Dinner Theater. This episode was brought to you by That Guy You Know, who supported Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater on our Patreon at patreon.com/L4DT. Thanks, That Guy You Know.